Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, this is Papa Lim from Physics Classroom. Okay, today's video will be on a slightly different thing, not any topics on uh physics or any of exam paper. Today's video is pertaining to me becoming a student. Okay, learning a skill set or learning a topic by myself from scratch. And the topic I've chosen for this holiday is to learn how to learn crochet. Okay, this is my crochet, my scarf. Okay, I just started learning for this 1.5 months. Okay, the idea of embarking on this small little hobby or project is actually to put myself in the students' perspective, to remind myself what are the difficulties that students will face when they are learning things on their own or they're learning things online. And true enough is that this 1.5 month of learning crochet, I actually feel some of the difficulties that my students actually, when they voice out, I actually feel some of the difficulties. For example, like some of my students will tell me, hey, Papa Lima, the video that you watch, this particular content, actually is very complicated. This I don't really understand. But when I look at another video, another author explaining the same content, it's so easy to understand. And true enough, that from this crochet experience, when I actually have this encounter. So even though I'm looking at that basic crochet 101, different author or different a different author, I'll say, author or different bloggers, even though they explain the same skill sets, some author actually make it somehow it just link to me is that they explain and I understand it instantly. But some author when they explain, even though it's the same content, I find it very confusing.
What?
So this is one thing that really resonated with me during this 1.5 month, that learning from online, watching a video doesn't mean you actually learn something. Important thing is actually to find a video that actually resonates with the same learning style or maybe the same teaching style as you. And from there, learning will become more effective. And this is one of the things that I really dawned to me. It's just dawned to me that learning can be difficult, even though I'm looking at a beginner video. Okay, learning crochet, beginning of crochet can be actually quite difficult if I use the wrong video to learn. And sometimes the worst thing is that sometimes when I look at these videos, right, looking at the wrong video actually set me on the wrong, what I call the wrong, it will actually reduce my passion or reduce my um what I call my drive to learn. So it's utmost important that we actually, if you're looking at self-learning, it's utmost important that for us to actually look for a few videos and to actually shortlist a few videos and eventually choose a video that actually resonate with the same learning style as you. One of the most important thing I learned through this 1.5 months of like learning putting myself as students learning how to do crochet. The other one that I understand I learned, okay, is that sometimes researching is just could be the easiest part. The hardest part that actually the second hardest part that I actually encounter is actually doing it. Okay, after all the research, after having all the videos, right? I think the most I would say one of the scary thing that I have is like to actually start my first project, to actually face failure or face bumps along the way. My first bump, my first failure. I would say that that's one of the most daunting thing. Despite whatever preparation I have, whatever videos I have encountered, nothing beats starting. Once I get the thing started, once start off the first project, when I encounter the first problem, and eventually I overcome that problem, the joy that give me is really like something is like I actually can feel for my students when learning physics, when they're learning kinematics and they encounter the bump, it's really somehow demoralizing. And but at the same time, when I overcome that bump, when the students overcome that problem, it can be quite uplifting. Okay, and this is something that I really I will not say it's something that I really appreciate in this 1.5 months of learning. Okay, hitting the bumps and actually overcoming to have that feel again, the feel of solving the problems. Okay, which I would say is one of the most uh I want to it's one of the most amazing things that when we look at self-learning, okay, teaching yourself what to do and overcoming the bumps. Okay. I would say it's something like that you have to try. Okay, you have to try. And the third one, the third experience, the third thing that I've encountered like this during this 1.5 month of learning crochet is actually to have I will not say have a partner, I would say it's like to have someone to bounce idea off. It could be simple like maybe comments that they leave certain comments on the certain authors and they reply to you. And the moment they reply to you, I feel like that somebody actually listen to me and they actually look at my problem and they actually bother to help me. And it actually dawned to me, it's like I'm quite grateful for that tiny little gesture. Okay, and it's something that I myself as a teacher, uh, or I will not say I'm a content creator, but as a teacher, sometimes it really like it's usually lost to me. It's like the feel like sitting by your desk, waiting for somebody to reply you, that vibes, that feel is something that it doesn't occur, not say it doesn't occur really often to me. And through these 1.5 months, okay, when I look at the comments and the replies of the author to my comments, is the feel, on the enthusiasm that I see myself like looking forward to the answers, hoping that somebody will actually listen to me, answering my questions. And when it's being answered, it's really like quite amazed. It's like I really don't feel like alone. Yeah, it's like someone out there is actually cheering me on or helping me in like small little bits. And this small little process is really what is like really important. And in fact, this 1.5 months of doing crochet actually dawned to me is like it's like the importance of like as a students when they learn physics, okay, when they have problems, they encounter problems, and when they are looking for people for help, that process isn't, I would say it isn't as easy as I thought. Okay, the feeling of like loss, the losslessness, the losslessness, or whatever. Okay, that feeling, the vibes, and that vibe of waiting for answer is something like quite, yeah, it's that feel, that feel. Okay, and from there I really appreciate this 1.5 months. And actually I'm really quite thankful that for people who actually answer to my crochet question, those beginner questions. And from there I actually tell myself is that like moving forward as an educator, is like I should actually set aside more time to help out students, to answer students' questions, to actually look for students, to take note or to observe more closely what are the possible problems or what are the possible difficulties that these students might or may encounter or had already encountered, and try to solve them, try to give them as much help as I can. As in, and a little, any, it doesn't need to be a big help. I would say like a tiny, mini, a small help really, really goes a long way. Really. Okay. Okay. With this, okay, I will not dwell too much. It's like something that I want to like share with you. Is that being a student, well, to like my 1.5 months of being a student, what does it feel like to be a student, to learning how to do crochet? Is light. Okay. Being a student in this at any century, like at any time, it's not easy. And I really appreciate that help are available. And I want to let all students know that all helps are available. Okay. Sometimes it's like it's not just you know where to look, but sometimes more importantly that you know where to ask or who to ask. Sometimes it could be a simple like you look for your friends. And in this case, in this era where and we are all connected electronically, like by internet, asking like leaving comments, leaving emails, comments along the way online actually is also one way of like asking for help. And indeed, there is always people out there who are willing to help and is more than ready to help you. Okay, so don't give up. Okay, persevere on. Okay, and especially in this new coming year, 2025, okay, whereby everybody is progressing on to the new stage of life or the new academic year. Okay, I would say that the study rigorous will be increased. And the more important is that to actually have the proper mindset and to know that the help is everywhere, and it's important to actually monitor yourself and to look out for your monitor your mental health and to actually ask for help as and when you need. Okay, don't keep everything to yourself. Okay, just take note. Okay, if not, okay, all the best, everybody. Enjoy the last few days and Merry Christmas. Okay, see you.